It is time, ladies and gentlemen. NBA 2K22 is finally here. Roll the freaking intro, baby. So I can't lie to you guys. I'm recording this as of September 9th, so Thursday. The game officially drops excuse me, tonight at midnight. I'm super excited for it. I got to be completely honest, from not only like a gamer perspective, because it'll give us something new to play. It looks super fresh, super clean. It looks really smooth. I've been watching gameplay and stuff on it pretty much all morning. A lot of streamers already have it, like Ticino, Iggy Mo, Hollywood. Like there's a bunch of different park streamers that do have it already. And so they've been streaming it, and I've been watching a ton of different streams about it. It looks super fun, but also from a rebuilding aspect, I'm really excited for the game to drop tomorrow. That doesn't only mean new content, that means new challenges, it means new, just like literally like a new feel, new vibe, literally everything. I'm super excited for it. So I'm going to hop right into this video right now. So NBA 2K put out this tweet as of yesterday, and it says, MyNBA is back and better in NBA 2K22. Experience new improvements and additions to our franchise mode, including My Staff, team and player training, conditional coaching, new pre-built teams, better spreadsheets, and more control. So obviously that one doesn't really say a whole lot, to be completely honest. It doesn't really say too much about what they're really talking about. But I am going to kind of look over it and kind of go into it in a little bit of depth. So the first new feature is called My Staff. I really don't know what all that entails, but back in 2K14, we took basketball franchise gameplay to the next level with MyGM, allowing players to fully take on the role of running an NBA franchise. In 2K20, we pushed forward in the next step of evolution of MyGM 2.0, but we still had our eye to improve the experience. And you'll love to hear that. You really do. We needed to improve the depth of not just the GM, but those around them that make any organization run the staff. We see in other parts of the game that players love the depth and customization that basketball players can get when it comes to their attributes, tendencies, and badges. We already see it from our brilliant community with the time and effort they put into making custom rosters and draft classes, yet even if they wanted to, yeah. So staff overview. Okay, so this is really cool. This is definitely a new screen, especially for in the off season whenever you're signing your staff. It looks kind of similar, but if you take a look here, like really closely, so we have Greg Popovich over here as the head coach. Okay, cool. But then next to it is the shot doctor, the big man coach, the post D coach, perimeter D coach, guard guru, and wing whisperer. Whoa, okay, so essentially what that means, ladies and gents, or at least, I don't know, maybe they'll get into it a little bit underneath, but my initial thoughts on this is, obviously each of these has a purpose, and each of these is going to be coaching your specific, or like coaching your specific players. So obviously guard guru would take care of some of the guards, wing whisperer would take care of the wings, perimeter D coach would work on everyone's perimeter defense. So that is a W. That's not something that you see very often. So first let's take a look at the new staff carousel. The positions that you'll need to fill is the front office. So the governor, which is something that we have not had in 2K, I don't think. So governor, GM, assistant GM, and CFO. That's a really cool touch. It does mean you'll have to sign some more players, but I think that would honestly be worth it. Coaching, you'll have to fill the positions of head coach, shot doctor. I don't know what the shot doctor is necessarily, but oh well, I guess. Probably just fixes his shot, like works on his jump shot. Got it. I was thinking like shot, like, you know, I don't know, like just a needle shot, but big man coach, post defense coach, perimeter defense coach, guard guru, and wing whisperer. So basically what they showed in that picture. Scouting, you have to fill the head scout, 4 domestic scouts, and 2 foreign scouts. Okay, now that's cool. That is really cool because obviously in real life, one of the best players, or like one of the players that's going to be the best player in the league eventually, or at least I think. I guess I can't really say that. But Luka Doncic, he was obviously foreign. He was from a different part of the United States, and so they had foreign scouts go over and scout him and see that he really was the real deal. And so that's really cool that they're adding that into 2K, because obviously there are so many good players that are, not in the United States that are now getting a chance. And now in 2K, we can even get good foreign scouts and bring in some of those foreign guys. That is a very, very cool touch. I like that a lot. Yeah, that is very top tier. I'm very happy about that, if you guys can't tell. That one was really cool. I think that'll be very solid. Also, Giannis. Giannis was not from the United States. Jokic was not from the United States. So those foreign scouts were like, yo, take a shot on this guy. And it paid off, obviously. But anyway, you guys get my gist. So the next one is sports medicine. So you have to hire a team doctor, a strength trainer, stamina trainer, sports psych, sports science, physio, and sleep doctor. Okay, so you have to fill a total of 17 staff positions, but you still have to stay under the budget. Whoo! That could be extremely interesting. I actually, for the 17 total staff positions, I don't think that it's going to be that bad. Like when it comes to like doing it every single year, especially if you sign like the position for like 3 or 4 years, you can pretty much get it done all in one sitting. But at the same time, if they do bring back a MyGM mode where you were basically just like thrown into the situation and you go day by day, I think it would be really solid in that aspect. I really do. So this one is just asking like what all you'll do and stuff like that. So attributes and badges. Now this is interesting because I saw the picture of Greg Popovich, and I'll bring it back up to the top. Oh, it's not on there. So I'll pull up this picture. So in this picture, you can see Greg Popovich is over here, and he has ratings. He has like just like 4 or 5 star ratings. He also has badges. We've never seen a coach have badges before, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot, especially if you're trying to elevate in one specific aspect. So, like, I don't know what all these mean, but, like, let's say you have a lot of young shooters on the team and you get a coach that has, like, I don't know what these badges mean, unfortunately, so I can't really speak on it. But let's say there's some sort of a shooting badge or like a preferred system kind of like based off of one of these badges. I think that would be really cool to be able to match it with some of the players that you already have. So that'll be extremely interesting. I like that a lot. Very, very good addition in my opinion. So, in addition to the changes to the departments, you'll notice that we now have a new spread of attributes available. One of the things we love most at 2K is watching how a story can unfold from the unsculpted experience of my career to the more generic sandbox nature of MyNBA. As an example, we have the new attribute Charisma. This has almost no effect for a CFO buried in spreadsheets, but is essential for a department head, GM, or assistant GM. Money sense would be a prime attribute for a CFO, but is also relevant for a GM attempting not to get fleeced in a trade deal. So having these badges and having these having the badges and having the attributes is going to make trades easier from the way it sounds. It's going to make trades easier. It's going to make it to where you don't get like bad trade offers. And I don't know. But that seems really cool. That seems really, really cool. The above screenshot, we can see that when attempting to hire a new strength trainer, the default sort is by sports medicine, which is the best attribute for a strength trainer. Okay, so for like, okay, let's take a look. Let me just absolutely analyze this. Okay, so up here, it shows what position you're trying to fill, which in this case is sports medicine, and then it shows all of the candidates for it, and then you just hire them in. I'm assuming just like the off-season in 2K21, like the staff signing. I would assume that's kind of how it works. And then they obviously have their 5-star ratings or whatever ratings there is. So that's really solid. I do kind of like that a lot. I really do. So team doctor impacts all of the other sports medicine jobs, and in the event of a vacancy in the position, uses the team doctor's attributes and badges at half capacity. Okay, so that's actually huge because so now you definitely have to have a good team doctor because let's say you can't afford one of the positions. If you have a crappy team doctor, then he's only able to use half of his attributes to fill in that position. So you need a really good team doctor because he runs everything. And in case if someone leaves or which I don't think would happen in 2K, but you never really know. So in case if he leaves or in case if you fire him and you don't have enough money to sign anyone else, that's who you're using as the team doctor. So that's kind of cool. So strength trainers assist in the development of strength and vertical. Kind of figured that. Stamina trainer assists in the development of conditioning, stamina and hustle. Sports psych impacts team chemistry and morale. Without the presence of a strong sports psych, it's possible teams can tailspin into a negative cycle of morale and team chemistry drops. Now, this would be a really interesting feature, but the thing is for all of my videos, I turn off team chemistry because it's I don't know. I feel like team chemistry in 2K is kind of broken. And especially when you're doing a 3-year rebuild, obviously you have to make trades, you have to make moves, and every time you make a trade, your everything drops. So your team chemistry could plummet to like 30% at the end of 1 year, and it's by the time you get back up to where you need to be to win a championship, it's already too late. So it's a really cool aspect, but if I don't use team chemistry, then it really doesn't matter too much, I don't think. But it would still help with morale, so that way they don't get angry, don't get upset, and they don't regress nearly as fast. So I guess it is kind of important. But sports scientist, essential to the prevention of injuries. That would be cool too, but once again, I turn off injuries, so I don't know how all that's going to work. Physio, the one that helps players rehab from injuries. Once again, I don't use injuries, but maybe all 3 of these are cool features. I just don't really use them very much. Sleep doctor helps manage the health and wellness of players, allowing them to better manage season fatigue. All the jobs have been designed to be important and leave the player to make meaningful choices. Do you have a young and healthy team and prefer to focus on having strong trainers? Or do you have a roster of older vets and focus more on injury prevention and mitigation? These are questions that you'll have to ask and evaluate yearly as your lineup changes. That's kind of a cool thing. I didn't really think of it like that, but yeah, if you're young, you don't have to worry about injuries as much. You still have to worry about them, but not nearly as much. So you would want stronger trainers, or if you have older people or older players, then you would want to focus more on injury prevention. So that is a cool feature. I like that. I truly didn't think about it. Another point is to consider is the fact that staff will grow and develop as well. Attributes will generally grow on their own over time with a slight lean towards the job they're currently performing, but based on the influence of the staff members around them, staffers will be more or less likely to acquire badges over time. So that's pretty much the same as just like any NBA players. There's progression for NBA players, so now there's progression for coaches. They can update their resumes, they can add badges, they can lose badges, they can gain attributes, so lots of different things, and I like that a lot. So this is the updated staff card. This is the picture that we saw at the beginning, but you can see a bunch of different aptitudes here. You can see badges. You can see just the attributes in general. So kind of cool, but our roster team has done an awesome job of trying to best fill out real-life staff members in the roster with appropriate attributes and badges to help bring the authenticity of the real-life NBA to you. As one of the most illustrious coaches of our era, we can see that Greg Popovich is both a perfect example of how staff should progress and an example of a real-life story that we want to see unfold in the new My Staff system. In 1994, he ended up installing himself as one of the greats. In this image, we can also get a look at the overview, allowing you to see highlights of attributes, badges, and their aptitude towards various jobs. Department heads at the top, followed by front office. Okay, so yeah, they were just saying that In the overview, you can see what they're best in here, and that was pretty much it. Or here in the job aptitude section. So it's cool for sure. In addition to my staff, our other flagship feature for 2K22 is the improvements to team and player training. For a long time, we've had some awesome ways to custom tailor how players would progress by giving them archetypes and allowing training under the hood to help guide and direct them so players could feel the impact of choosing how player training would develop. However, there were a few hiccups. It was tough to get in the nifty menu where you could determine the player type and position. I don't really know. So that it doesn't really say a whole lot about the training. The training is something that we are going to have to just kind of get our hands on, kind of see for ourselves, unfortunately. But Prep Hub. First, to help assist with training is our new menu called the Prep Hub. This is designated as a one-stop shop for anyone that is looking to try and adjust team training and fatigue while having a mind towards the scouting report for your next opponent. So yeah, I'm assuming this is my GM, or at least something close to it, because it looks like you're stuck with the same team, and you have like a scouting report here for whatever team you're going up with next. You have your coaches here. You have individual training, coach game plan, coach system. Kind of cool. But I don't really know. I don't really know how much that'll truly affect. We just kind of have to wait and see. We have team training here, so you can schedule what days you want to train them, I would presume. We can see the planned training. Okay, so it's already planned. There's a snapshot in the lower right to let you know about the team's current state and fatigue, as well as how many players are injured or currently on load management. Ooh, so players can go on load management. I hate to see that, especially if you're rebuilding a team and you see like Kawhi Leonard go on load management. That might not be appealing. Let's see. So I can't figure it out. Wait, hold on. From there, it becomes a balancing act to make sure that players have a high game fitness or they will be sluggish and have lower attributes and lower energy available for the actual games. You'll be able to use a brief description for every practice type as well as the intensity, fatigue, and injury risk. Okay, I don't really know what all that entails, I guess. Just kind of have to wait and see for that one. So this is the individual training screen. Okay, so I'm assuming that now they probably don't have, or they probably do still have like the training camps, but it seems like for this one, it seems like this is kind of the new version of training camps, because if you take a look at it and it says individual training, so they have Keldon Johnson pulled up, which is fine, but so the players will train towards the player type that you choose. They will see best gains training towards a type that is more compatible with them. So if it's more compatible with them, then you can, I don't know, you can try to like upgrade those individual ones, but it doesn't tell you what stats it is. So like offensive, so I'm assuming his overall offensive rating maybe. So you'd select that, and then he would get better at that thing. I don't really know. This will affect all individual training and will help make sure that a player's attributes grow in that direction over time. A player's fatigue, injury risk, and load management are all visible in the spreadsheet now. As such, it's easier than ever to help guide MyNBA fans into knowing the state of the roster and figure out the ideal training path for all players on their team. Okay. So next is compact spreadsheets. So it's a whole new look. So this is going to be, I would assume, whenever you click on roster, this is what it's going to look like now. It's definitely a change, which is nice. You always love to see change, especially in 2K, because it doesn't happen very often. But you see I think you will see every single one of their important stats here on this. So let's see. So you'd have inside, mid, three-pointer, inside defense, perimeter defense, playmaking, rebounding, physical grade, IQ, and potential. So I'm assuming there's a detailed view which will show you the actual numbers and stuff. But that's really cool, actually. I think that's a good feature, and it's very compact. You can see everyone, almost the whole entire roster, like all in a matter of just without even having to scroll down. I do kind of like that, to be completely honest. Conditional coaching, another new feature we're really excited for is conditional coaching, which gives power users the ability to help give coaching directives while they simulate games. Using symbolic logic, you'll be able to input powerful commands that will look for specific conditions in the game, and if they occur, make coaching changes accordingly. As an example, one of our preset simple conditions is garbage time. All you have to add is a point value like 10. Once set, it makes it so that if you're in the fourth quarter, if the point differential is 10, up or down, and there's only a little bit of game time left, you sub out the starters and get in the bench to help make sure you can play rookies and get them extra game when the game has been decided. Okay, 2K, whoa, okay, that's really cool. That's a really cool feature. So just in case if, it didn't make it super clear, basically what you can do is, like, if you're blowing a team out or you're getting blown out, then you can go ahead and sub out your starters, play like the rookies, or you could even just play your backups, get those backup minutes in there, and they could play the rest of that game, so that way they don't get like tired or anything like that, like the starters, and kind of a little bit of a load management sort of thing. So that's really cool, actually. I think I like that. That's definitely a new feature for sure. New pre-built teams. These are just expansion teams. So, which is cool. I mean, I do like the expansion teams, but I like that they put Bronx back in there. That's kind of cool. And then they put Hawaii, and they put Omaha. Pretty cool, but just nothing too crazy. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm really, really excited for 2K22 to drop. It drops like tonight at midnight. I gotta be honest, I don't think I'll be playing it tonight at midnight because I do have work tomorrow morning. So I probably won't be playing it tonight, but I will for sure be playing it as soon as I get off. So, without any further ado, one more time, I did just want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for showing so much support lately. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been awesome. I recently hit 100 subscribers, and it was all because of you guys, of course. But at the same time, like, you guys have just shown so much support, and I just want to, blow my channel up over 2K22. Not necessarily like 1,000 or anything, but I would love to hit probably 500 by the end of 2K22. That's kind of my goal as of right now, and I would love to be able to hit that. I truly would. Of course, right now my goal is just 250, so if you guys could help me out, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. But yeah, I'm really excited. A lot of good changes here. I think that it'll be really exciting to get into it. I will do a rebuild on the first day of 2K22. It will be with the Chicago Bulls. Of course, they're my favorite team. And we're going to go ahead and look at all the features that they have, all the, neat little things that they have in their game. And I'm really excited for it. So this is Kingston signing out. Peace.